Hi guys, it's Jamie from Modern Day Fox. Today I'm going to do a really easy side dish in the Instant Pot, perfect for a holiday feast or just for your regular food prep or a weekday dinner. This is called maple spiced sweet potatoes, and you're just going to start by with about 5 fairly large sweet potatoes. If you have medium size, you might want to do 6, but let's do 5 large sweet potatoes and just give them a quick peel. Now that we have all of our potatoes peeled, I'm just going to do a coarse chop. I'll probably slice them and then cut them in half again. And you don't want to slice them too thin. I have these about maybe a ½ inch across. If you make them too thin, then they'll be more likely to fall apart in your Instant Pot, so kind of keep them a nice thickness. The other ingredients that we're going to use in this recipe is coconut oil. If you don't like cooking with coconut oil or you don't have it, you can substitute butter or ghee, that's fine. I wouldn't probably use like olive oil or anything, that's not really going to meld the flavors. Coconut oil kind of stays true to that Jamaican kind of feel that we have going on with this recipe. That's because I use allspice, which is popular on a lot of Jamaican recipes. If you don't have allspice, you can use cinnamon, a pinch of nutmeg. I have Himalayan sea salt here. You can use regular salt if you want, but I use Himalayan sea salt. And then I have maple syrup. And after it's done cooking, I'll drizzle with honey. So get all of your ingredients out, and we're going to start loading up our pot. Once you have them in your pot, go ahead and scoop out a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. And if it is solidified like mine is right now, stick it in the microwave and just melt it a little bit. We want it to be able to coat the potatoes. I gave it about a 15-second shot in the microwave, and I'm just going to go ahead and drizzle my potatoes with that. And we will, of course, stir that around. We also want to add a 1/4 cup of water just to help the pot come to pressure with a little bit of liquid. I'm going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. And then we're going to do a half teaspoon to a full teaspoon, depending on your salt preferences. I'm actually going to use a full teaspoon, but if you are salt sensitive, just use a half teaspoon and add it later if necessary. So that was 2 half teaspoons that I did. Then we're just going to give it a stir, try to get the spices evened out and the oil coating all over the potatoes. We're also going to add a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. You want to give it a stir. I pretty much have the allspice evenly distributed in the salt, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in the pot. Go ahead and put your liner pot into your Instant Pot. Put your lid on. Turn your valve to sealing. Start it manual, and we are going to do 8 minutes. It's going to take your pot probably roughly 8 minutes or so to come to pressure, and then 8 minutes to cook, and then we'll do a quick release. The timer went off, so we're going to do a quick release on the pressure. I'm just going to open the pot, and that did take about a full minute for the pressure to release. It smells like Thanksgiving. All right, they're nice and soft, and you do want them to be a little soft. You know, to break apart is good. You don't want them to be too hard. So we're going to transfer these into a baking dish now. Boy, they smell good. We have them in our serving dish now, and you will notice that they kind of fall apart a little bit. That's okay. If you like or prefer them to be more al dente, then you might want to cut down your cooking time to 7 or even 6 minutes. I just think it's nice when they kind of just lightly fall apart, but they're not completely mashed. That's the way I prefer it. So now for garnish, I like to drizzle with a little honey. And you want to do a little taste test. Make sure that you are happy with the seasonings. If you feel like it needs some more cinnamon, you can sprinkle some cinnamon on there. I tasted these and they taste great. There's a perfect amount of salt. A quarter teaspoon of the allspice added just the right amount of spice for what we like. So right before you go to serve, you want to just drizzle with some honey. This is optional. You can just leave that out if you want. And then we like pecans. We really like them. So I'm just going to crumble up some whole pecans, or if you have chopped, you can use those as well. But I think sweet potatoes and pecans are just the perfect combination. And this is a great meal prep dish as well, because sweet potatoes are so hearty and they hold up throughout the week in your fridge. So if you made like a pork tenderloin and sliced it up and did some some of your weekly lunches with these maple spiced potatoes and pork, it would last easily 4 to 5 days throughout the week in your fridge. If you want to cook them ahead of time, just cover with foil and then just maybe reheat in the microwave, or keep them at a low temp in the oven. Sometimes that's what we do at Thanksgiving. We'll make a lot of the dishes ahead of time, just lightly wrap with foil and keep it in the oven about 200 degrees. But I really suggest making these right before you're ready to serve and just putting them right on the table. So there you have it, a little bit of a healthier take on a sweet potato dish for your holiday table. Easy in the Instant Pot from start to finish. This took me roughly 20 minutes, including the time to come to pressure and to do the prep. Make sure you follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you like this video and it helped you out, give it a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Check out my blog at moderndayfox.com. You can find this recipe and a host of other Instant Pot recipes and healthy dishes for your diet.